So the first attack we'll start with is the guy comes up, I punch in, and I secure. Today we're gonna look at like zero grips. It's not a big deal. And the first issue that might happen is his leg is so wide that sometimes it's like hard for me to bump him, and maybe even his butt is a little further back. There you go. This is when I like to do this. I take my bottom foot out, I swim, and I cup. And then I take my top leg out, and I cup from the back. I'm gonna lift. By pressing my knee into the floor, I get the counter pressure to lift. See how I pull it back? Let's go back. As I pull it back, I don't let his knee hit the ground because this knee will prop him up slightly. And you see how that keeps his knee slightly off the ground? And that's when I triangle. Elbow out, forearm up, and all I do, I don't switch my hands to the hip, I just bump him. Okay, so this is like similar to a scenario that happens in rolling all the time when people pass. Sometimes they stand with their 2 feet too close together. What do people do? They come up and they plow them over. Okay, so watch again. Half guard, he comes up, I hug. He steps out. I'm gonna take my bottom foot out, cup. Take my top foot, pitch. I'm gonna lift. This knee driving into the floor is the counter pressure I need to generate that lifting force. You see how he's parked on me right now? If he's heavy on his hip, the knee is light. I'm gonna prop him up with this knee, a bite on top, kick through, triangle. Remove my bottom elbow, sit up, and I just use my butt to finish. That's all it is. You guys understand? Okay, now let's look at one more scenario. He comes up. Okay, he steps out. I may feed the lapel, I may feed the belt, or I may not. It's not a huge deal. Sometimes I take his leg back and I can't like triangle for whatever reason. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna release my underhook, and if I can't, I use my knee to lift. Arm comes out, hug the hip, and just like before, I'm gonna flare my knee and do like a butterfly squeak. Tons of options from there. The weight is loaded.